You're watching CalTv.
Good afternoon, and welcome to CalTv. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jim Caselli. On today's show, we have some Fiscal Learning Center updates. The FLC has 2 videos for us. SCO's James Anderson has some SARD updates, and Fiscal's Jeremy Degala has an overview presentation of the Coupa Electronic Invoicing System. Let's start today's show off with some new and updated training that's recently been added to the Fiscal Learning Center. Job aids and materials. Fiscal 555, Coupa Reviewing Invoices. Fiscal 556, Coupa Updating PO Invoices with Receiving Required. Fiscal 557, Coupa Updating Straight Pay Invoices with Pending Action Status. Fiscal 558, Coupa Adding and Removing Invoice Lines. And Fiscal 559, Coupa Editing and Approving an Invoice are all new. PO 1003, Procurement Card Functionality Curriculum Slides has been updated. Videos. Fiscal TV Episode 68, July 31st, 2025 is new. Since our last show, over 20 online classes have been updated and 1 new class has been added. You can find all of this information in an email that was sent out on Wednesday, September 10th. You can also log into the Fiscal Learning Center at the address on your screen and click on the See What's New tile to see the list of updated information. Link and login information. The FLC is limited to authorized users. Please log in using your Fiscal credentials. You can access the Fiscal Learning Center at the address on your screen. If you have any questions, please contact the Fiscal Client Training section at fiscallearningcenter@fiscal.ca.gov. The FLC has a new video for us. Let's take a look.
Heads up, Fiscal users. Get excited because the Fiscal Learning Center's event calendar is ready for registrations. Get ready to mark your calendars. That's right, virtual instructor-led trainings and flipped classroom Q&A sessions are now open for enrollment. To register for a session or sign up for a course, log into the Fiscal Learning Center. You can access the events calendar or browse training. In addition to our virtual instructor-led trainings, we offer flipped classroom curriculums. Flipped classrooms are self-paced, fully online versions of all the content you can find in VILTs. But you can do them in your own time and at a pace that works for you. The FLC offers a number of flipped classroom courses, including AP 1003 Voucher Processing and PO 1001 Requisition Functionality, and more. Make sure to follow your department's training policy prior to registering for a class. Once approved, you'll get a confirmation email with everything you need to know to access your training. So, what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Spots are limited, and you don't want to miss this awesomeness. If you have any questions, please contact the Fiscal Learning Center at fiscallearningcenter@fiscal.ca.gov.
SCO's James Anderson has some SARD information for us. Here's James.
Thanks for having me on, Jim. I'm pleased to share that this month, the SEO has published the state's annual comprehensive financial report for fiscal year 23-24. This is the second ACFR in a row that we have published in under 9 months. Why is this significant? Because the SEO has worked with departments throughout the state to return the ACFR to its traditional, on-time spring publication date. After nearly 3 years of aggressive timelines to accomplish this priority effort, we have the goal in our sights to publish the 24-25 ACFR by March 31st, 2026. To get us to this point, the SEO's state government reporting team implemented nearly a dozen automations and process improvements. These improvements helped to reduce the turnaround time by months. Also, we've worked hand in hand with several departments to provide gap training and to mitigate accounting issues that had the potential to 1. Delay production of the ACFR, or 2. Result in audit findings. As always, on behalf of our state government reporting team at the State Controller's Office, we thank the accounting teams throughout the state for working closely with us. Together, we've made significant progress toward restoring timely publication of the ACFR, which is one of the SEO's top priorities. This financial report is an important tool for the state. It ensures that California's financial position as the world's 4th largest economy is supported by sound and transparent financial reporting. As we're now focusing on producing the ACFR for fiscal year 24-25, I have some thanks and reminders to share. First, thanks to department accounting teams for their efforts to meet our September 2nd reporting deadline for fiscal year 24-25. To help keep us on track, I also have a friendly reminder that GAAP accounting entries are due on September 30th. And an additional thanks, we published our pension report on August 29th and are scheduled to publish our OPEB report on September 30th. As these reports support our ACFR development, our thanks go to accounting and HR teams across the state for providing this information and allowing us to meet our publication deadlines. Looking ahead, the SEO is also working toward the migration to Fiscal for the state's accounting and reporting books of record. With the July 2026 cutover date, we're working diligently with our project teams to accomplish the necessary tasks and testing. And we remain enthusiastic about our progress and our partnerships. With that, I want to thank you for the opportunity to share what we're working on. We look forward to sharing more successes with you in the near future. Back to you, Jim.
Thanks, James. We always appreciate your being here. The FLC has another video for us. Let's take a look.
Are you a to-do list kind of person? Then you don't want to miss this Fiscal feature that allows you to create work item prioritization and organization. It's called Worklist. Everything you need to complete your working items in Fiscal is located in Worklist. Best of all, it's automated. Items on your Worklist are added as soon as they are assigned to you. There's no manual updating or refreshing needed. With just a few clicks, all your tasks in Fiscal will be at your fingertips. How does it work, you ask? Worklist has 2 layers of viewing. Let's look at both. The first layer view is the actual list of items assigned to you, your to-do list. In this view, you will see who assigned items to you, when items were assigned, and what tasks you need to do. Also, you can prioritize the items low, medium, or high as you need. And the list can be organized in what order best suits your process. To access the second layer view, simply click on the hyperlink for the item. Each Worklist item has its own second layer view. In this view, you will see all the fine details and progress of the item from its start, including attachments. As items are completed, they automatically leave your Worklist, so everything is up to date instantly. Worklist does all the organizing for you and keeps you on track. Get started using your Fiscal Worklist today. For more information, check out the online class Gen Working with Worklists in the Fiscal Learning Center. If you have questions, contact us. We're here to help. Please email us at fiscallearningcenter@fiscal.ca.gov.
Thanks to the FLC for this month's videos. You can watch these videos again when we post this episode of Fiscal TV to our YouTube channel in a couple of days. Fiscal's Jeremy Degala is here with us today. Jeremy, welcome.
Hello everyone, my name is Jeremy and I work in the client training section for Fiscal. I am responsible for the training and administration of learning materials for the different Fiscal accounting modules. I will be presenting an overview presentation of the Coupa Electronic Invoicing System. Slide 2. What is Coupa? What is Coupa? Coupa is a software system that Fiscal has purchased to help with the accounts payable process. Specifically, Coupa Electronic Invoicing is an online platform that automates invoicing submission by the supplier and allows payment information to flow from Fiscal voucher to Coupa supplier portal. Coupa is not a replacement for the Fiscal voucher approval process. Approved invoices will be interfaced to Fiscal for the standard voucher processing and approval workflow. Coupa is a channel to provide convenient communication between suppliers and the department for invoice-related questions. Slide 3, Overview. From a Coupa standpoint, Coupa automates manual workloads which consist of eliminating paper-based invoices. Suppliers will have the ability to submit invoices electronically using the Coupa system. Coupa will strengthen supplier relationships with real-time collaboration, improve efficiency, and ensure visibility by maintaining audit history of every change for the invoice. From a Fiscal standpoint, Fiscal empowers the supplier to submit the invoice, enhances invoice processing cycle times, and provides data transparency. Slide 4. Benefits. Some of the benefits of Coupa include the following. Increased efficiency and productivity. Electronic invoicing expedites the payment process. Allows suppliers to submit invoices electronically using the Coupa portal. If there are any issues with the invoices, departments have the ability to dispute the invoice. As a result, the invoice will be sent back to the supplier for corrections. Reduce costs. Coupa reduces the need for manual processes and paper-based transactions, saving time and resources. Reduced errors. Coupa provides invoice approval workflow to departments. Suppliers can validate invoices before submitting them, minimizing the risk of delays or disputes. Streamline communication. Coupa portal allows for seamless communication between the supplier and department for electronic invoice dispute resolution. Improve visibility and real-time status updates. Coupa allows departments and suppliers to search or view invoices and payment statuses. The last benefit is stronger supplier relationship. Faster payments and improved communication foster better relationship with suppliers. Slide 5, Business Process. I will discuss a high-level overview of the business process for Coupa. First, Fiscal supplier, purchase order, and purchase order receipt information are interfaced to Coupa. Next, suppliers submit invoices through the Coupa system. Invoices are then ready for approval in Coupa. Approvers are able to edit invoices if needed. In addition, they are able to attach PO receipts if applicable. The approved invoices will be interfaced from Coupa to Fiscal. And lastly, Fiscal's voucher processing will remain as is and follow the standard voucher processing and approval workflow. Slide 6, Flowchart. I will be going over a flowchart for Fiscal, Coupa, and Coupa Supplier Portal. Starting with Fiscal, supplier information, account data, purchase orders, PO receipts, and users are created first in Fiscal, then interfaced to Coupa. Once the information is interfaced to Coupa, purchase orders will be available in the Coupa Supplier Portal or referred to as CSP. Invoices can be created using interface purchase order information. After a supplier creates an invoice, the department will be able to review and approve invoices in Coupa. Once approved, the invoices will be interfaced to Fiscal for voucher creation. Lastly, the payment information will be interfaced to Coupa after Fiscal approval. Slide 7, Key Features. Key features include the following. 2 types of notifications include system and email, invoice approval workflow, invoice dispute resolution. History includes record log for audit or research purposes, custom reports tailored to department or supplier needs. Slide 8, Types of invoices. Next, we have types of invoices. Non-PO invoices are straight or direct pay invoices. PO invoices include invoices without receiving required and invoices with receiving required. The key difference between non-PO and PO invoices include the following. Straight pay invoices will be submitted with default departmental level chart fields. It is important for the approver to review the chart field values and update as needed. PO invoices will derive the original chart field values and the same number of distribution lines from Fiscal PO. Slide 9. Coupa roles. Coupa roles. Coupa Approver 1 should be an authorized program administrator who has the authority to approve invoices and services. It is not necessary for this approver to have Fiscal access. No restriction for any users to have this role. Coupa Approver 2 is restricted only to users having Fiscal Department AP Processor role. Coupa Ad Hoc Approver can be added if needed. Slide 10. Coupa Invoice Approval Workflow. Coupa Invoice Approval Workflow consists of two required levels of approvals. Coupa Approver 1 is the first level of approval in Coupa and will have access to review, edit, dispute, and approve invoices. Coupa Approver 2 is the second or last level of approval in Coupa and will have access to review, edit, dispute, and approve invoices as well. As mentioned in the previous slide, Coupa Ad Hoc AP Approver can be added for additional level of approval if needed. Slide 11. Coupa's Approvers Responsibilities. Coupa Approvers Responsibilities. Both Approver 1 or 2 have the ability to attach PO receipts if applicable, reset invoice approval workflow, deny and dispute invoices, and lastly, approve invoices. Slide 12. Reviewing invoices in Coupa. The next slides will be screenshots of the Coupa web portal to showcase the system. First, we have the home page. At the top menu bar, we have the following: orders, invoices, inventory, and suppliers. The My Work section indicates the invoices that are pending approval. After selecting invoices in the top menu bar, the invoices page will populate. Slide 13. Reviewing invoice pages in Coupa. On the invoices page, all of the invoices are listed. Approvers have the ability to filter or export the list of invoices. In this example, one invoice is currently pending approval. After clicking the invoice, the electronic invoice will populate. Slide 14. Reviewing invoices in Coupa. The next couple of slides will display a screenshot of each section for the electronic invoice that needs to be reviewed by the approvers. First, we have the general information section, where you will find information such as supplier, invoice number and date, status of invoice, attachments, etc. The information entered on the electronic invoice must correspond to the supplier attached soft copy of the invoice, and for PO invoices, the Fiscal purchase order. Approvers should follow their internal business process to review, edit, approve, and/or dispute invoices. Slide 15. Reviewing invoices in Coupa. Next, I will discuss the line section. In this example, we have a purchase order invoice. Information in the line section match the Fiscal PO line information. Specifically, some of the fields include price, description, quantity, etc. Slide 16. Reviewing invoices in Coupa. Information in the total and taxes section provides a summary of all of the totals and taxes for the invoices. Slide 17. Reviewing invoices in Coupa. The approvals section provides a summary of the approval workflow for the invoice in Coupa and identifies at which level the approval is pending by displaying an hourglass icon next to the pending approver. Slide 18. Reviewing invoices in Coupa. The comment section can be used to communicate with the supplier regarding the invoice. Comments entered in this section will not interface to the Fiscal voucher and will remain in Coupa only. Payment information will be displayed in the payment section after the payment has been issued for the invoice. Slide 19. Reviewing invoices in Coupa. The history section displays a detailed audit trail of the invoice's history. Slide 20. Reviewing invoices in Coupa. The approvers can edit, reject, dispute, or approve the invoice by selecting one of the options on the menu bar. Slide 21, Supplier Invitation. From the supplier's perspective, by working with Fiscal electronically, suppliers will make the invoicing process more efficient, reduce mistakes and delays, and maintain a better presence with Fiscal users. Benefits include streamlined communication with Fiscal team, automated accurate routing of invoices to proper batches, instant visibility to invoice status and payment information, reduced or even eliminated manual paper transaction processing, and lastly, strong reporting capabilities. Some of the resources we could provide to suppliers include the Fiscal Coupa Supplier Portal Training Guide and the email template for inviting suppliers to utilize Coupa. Slide 22, Coupa Batch Process. The following Coupa batch processes are set up to ensure key information is interfaced accordingly between Fiscal and Coupa. Fiscal is continuing to monitor the batch schedules and modify as new departments are onboarded. Slide 23, Resources. Resources for Coupa include the following. We currently have 5 different job aids available. In the future, we will be offering a Fiscal Learning Center online training course for Coupa Electronic Invoicing. Lastly, we have the Fiscal Coupa Supplier Portal Training Guide that can be provided to suppliers. Slide 24, Conclusion. I hope this gives you all a better understanding of the Coupa Electronic Invoicing System. Thank you all for your time today.
That's our show for today. My thanks to James Anderson and Jeremy Degala for being with us, and thanks to the FLC for their videos. And as always, a special thanks to you for watching. If you would like to see this or any of our Fiscal TV episodes, you can find them on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to tell your colleagues about us, and from everyone here at Fiscal TV, thank you for joining us. We'll see you in October on our next edition of Fiscal TV.